Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. We continue reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 19. Does anyone remember what we read yesterday?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
We read that how Brahmandev, how Bali Maharaj told Brahmandev that you can just ask for um, whatever charity you need from me, and then Vamandev gives us the lesson that for a Brahmin, charity is to be asked as much as it is needed. And then later Prabhupada explained that indirectly Vamandev was explaining Bali Maharaj that, he has occupied whole of the planetary system, and then Vamandev is Lord himself, and he was a perfect yachak, that he was just asking as much was needed. And um, Bali Maharaj said that, oh, you are so young and you are unintelligent. Just ask from me as much you can ask, and then you don't need to ask anybody else. But then we need to understand here, Prabhupada emphasized that Lord is self-sufficient and he doesn't need anything. He just asks for his devotees. For himself, he doesn't need anything, but he was just asking for his devotees, uh, because he just wants to reciprocate, and he wants to uh, reciprocate with the devotees. So that was one of the point. And then after that, Bali Maharaj said that, um, I own the whole world, and ask me as much as you want. Just 3 feet is not good enough. I have so much capacity to give. And but then also Vamandev says that the more we have, the more we need. He said that I am satisfied. And then Prabhupada quoted Rishabh Dev, says that we should not be inside this material body. This body is given us as a result of our karmas. So we should try to get out of this cycle when we get the human body. And then we were emphasized that one of the qualities of the Brahmin is to be satisfied, that by what they have, and we should be satisfied by. And then Vamandev is the ideal brahmachari. Vamandev, like how they should behave. He is just perfect. And then we read in the end that just as the distress comes automatically based on our karma, happiness will also come automatically. So we don't need to endeavor too much for all these. And then you also mentioned one very important point, that these eyes, ears, nose, we think are our senses, but they are the material senses. So they are covered right now. And so we need to serve for the real happiness. When we think that we are spiritual souls, that is the real happiness. And by engaging our senses in service of Krishna, we can uncover our real spiritual senses. And the real happiness is in devotional service. And then we also read about the austerity, that one should do austerity in relation to Krishna and control our mind and senses, and then purify our consciousness, and then we will be happy. So, yeah.
That's the verse, right? That Rishabh Dev said.
Yeah, that's the verse
Perform
Rishabh.
austerity to control mind and senses, then we can purify ourselves. We can be peaceful. Okay, thank you. Okay, so going on, text 25. Pumso yam sam sriter hetur
Pumso yam samsrite hetu
Etishu
asanto shurtha kamayo
Ashanto Shoratamayo
yadra chayopapanena
Yatra
Yatrachayo
chayopena
Papanena
santosho muktaye smritaha.
santosho
Shanto
muktaye
Sumuktaye
smritaha.
Smritaha.
Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Material existence causes discontent in regard to fulfilling one's lusty desires and achieving more and more money. This is the cause for the continuation of material life, which is full of repeated birth and death. But one who is satisfied by that which is obtained by destiny is fit for liberation from this material existence. So Lord Vamandev is continuing to speak to Bali Maharaj. This is our position, right? Because of so many material desires that causes dissatisfaction. One desire is not yet fulfilled and we will have another 100 or 1,000 desires lurking in our heart. Achieve more and more money. This entire modern civilization we see how it's become more and more money-centered instead of God-centered. So because of this material desires, we continue in this body, material bodies, in this material world. So Vamandev is saying one should be satisfied, accepting whatever is we are receiving as the mercy of the Lord. Satisfying. Lust is seated in our mind, in our intelligence, in our senses. Krishna says, where is the lust? And he says in Bhagavad Gita, it's there in our senses and our mind and our intelligence. So we can see how we are. Arjuna also asked, by what are we compelled to do acts? As if by force, And Krishna says it's by lust only. So the more we hear about Krishna, the more we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. The more we can be rid of this lust. Yatra chala tushtasya
Yatra
Yatra chala sadustasya
tejo viprasya vardhate
tejo viprasya vartate
tat prasham yati asantosha
Tat prashamyati asantosha
asantosha
amba seva shushukshane.
ambasa
Sheva Shushukshane.
A brahmana who is satisfied with whatever is providentially obtained is increasingly enlightened with spiritual power. But the spiritual potency of a dissatisfied brahmana decreases as fire diminishes in potency when water is sprinkled upon it. If there's a fire, we put water on it, the fire will go away, or it may become less powerful. So Vamandev is saying the spiritual power of the brahmana is when he's satisfied. When he is satisfied, he gets more and more enlightened, more and more powerful. But when a brahmana is dissatisfied, then he loses his brahmanical qualifications. Tasmat trini padani eva
tasmat
Trini pradani eva
Vrinetvad varadarshabhat
Vrini Tvatvaradarshadhat
etavateva siddhoham
etavateva siddhoham
vittam yavat prayojanam.
vittam
Vitam
yavat
Yavat
prayojanam.
Prayojanam.
Therefore, O king, from you, the best of those who give charity, I ask only 3 paces of land. By such a gift, I shall be very pleased. For the way of happiness is to be fully satisfied, to receive that which is absolutely needed. So Vamandev is saying, I'm satisfied, only I don't need much. I just need 3 pieces of land. If I ask too much, I will lose my Brahmanical qualifications. Shri Shuka Vacha
Shri Shuka Uvacha
Iti ukta sa hasan aha.
इत्युक्तः स हस्त्राः
Vancha Vanchataha pratigrayatam.
वाञ्छातः प्रतिगृहताम्
Vamanaya mahim datum.
वामनाय महिं धातुम्
Jagraha jalabhajanam.
जग्राह जलभाजनम्.
Sukadev Goswami continued. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead had thus spoken to Bali Maharaj, Bali smiled and told him, "All right, take whatever you like." To confirm his promise to give Vamandev the desired land, he then took up his water pot. So Bali Maharaj is, all right, okay, just take whatever you want. And then he's, taking up the water pot to make the vow that, okay, I will give you whatever you want. Vishnave Shamam Pradasyantam
विष्णवे क्षमप्रदास्यन्तम्
Ushana Asureshwaram
उषणा असुरीश्वरम्
Janam Chikirshitam Vishnu
जानं चिकीर्षितं विष्णुः
Shishyam Prahavidamvaraha.
शिष्यं प्राह विदाम्बरः.
Understanding Lord Vishnu's purpose, Shukracharya, the best of the learned, immediately spoke as follows to his disciple who was about to offer everything to Lord Vamandev. So Shukracharya understood this is Lord Vishnu, Shri Shukra Vacha
श्रीशुक्र उवाच
Esha Vairochane Sakshad
एषा विरोचने साक्षात्
Bhagavan Vishnur Avyaya
भगवान् विष्णुरव्ययः
Kashyapad Aditer Jato
कश्यपात् अदितेर्जातो
Devanam Karya Sadakaha.
देवानां कार्यसाधकः.
Shukracharya said, O son of Virochan, this brahmachari in the form of a dwarf is directly the imperishable Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu, accepting Kashyap Muni as his father and Aditi as his mother. He has now appeared in order to fulfill the interests of the demigods. So Shukracharya is saying this. You're thinking this is a small Brahman, dwarf Brahman. He's Lord Vishnu actually. And he is come for the welfare of the demigods. Pratishrutam tvayetasme
प्रतिश्रुतं तव ये तस्मै
yad anartham ajanata
यत् अनर्थम् अजानता
na sadhu manye daityanam
न साधु मन्ये दैत्यानां
mahan upagato na mahan upagato na yaha.
महान् उपगतो अन्ययः.
You do not know what a dangerous position you have accepted by promising to give him land. I do not think that this promise is good for you. It will bring great harm to the demons. So Shukracharya is saying, I'm warning you, don't fulfill this promise. Esha te sthanam aishwaryam,
एष ते स्थानमैश्वर्यम्
shriyam tejo yashashrutam,
श्रियो
श्रियते
यशश्रुतम्
dasyati achidya shakraya,
दास्यति आच्छिद्रशक्राय
maya manavako hari.
मायामानवको हरिः.
This person falsely appearing as a brahmachari is actually the Supreme Personality of Godhead Hari, who has come in this form to take away all your land, wealth, beauty, power, fame, and education. After taking everything from you, he will deliver it to Indra, your enemy. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains in this regard that the very word Hari means one who takes away. If one connects himself with Hari, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Lord takes away all his miseries. And in the beginning, the Lord also superficially appears to take away all his material possessions. reputation, education, and beauty. So Hari, the Supreme Lord is called Hari, the one who takes away. What does he take away? He takes away all our miseries, takes away all our sinful reactions. So Prabhupada is saying initially, superficially it appears that he's taking away one's wealth, beauty, reputation, education, material possessions. So it appears that he's taking away, but actually these were never ours to begin with. They're temporary. And he gives us, in fact, uh, what gives us the most bliss, devotional service, devotion. As stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 10.88.8, Yasyaham anugraha nami harishyeta dhanam shane. The Lord said to Maharaj Yudhishthir, the first installment of my mercy toward a devotee is that I take away all his possessions, especially his material opulence, his money. This is the special favor of the Lord toward a sincere devotee. If a sincere devotee wants Krishna above everything, but at the same time is attached to material possessions which hinder his advancement in Krishna consciousness, by tactics the Lord takes away all his possessions. So Krishna himself is telling Yudhishthir that my special mercy, my special favor is what? I take away somebody's wealth. So people may get scared. Oh, if I pray to Krishna, all my wealth will go away. I will become poor. I will become ugly. My education will be taken away. But we can see here time and time again how the demigods are praying to Krishna and he's helping them give them back their kingdom so many times. Yeah, he helps. So it depends on the desire of the devotee. When a devotee desires nothing but pure devotional service, then Krishna helps. Krishna helps. So, like Srila Prabhupada, Krishna took away everything from him. His business failed, his family turned against him. But then Krishna gave him everything. So much wealth, so many temples, so much property, so many disciples, so many sons and daughters. So superficially it appeared that Krishna took away from Srila Prabhupada, but instead he gave him so much. So here Shukracharya says that this dwarf brahmachari would take away everything. Thus he indicates that the Lord will take away all one's material possessions and also one's mind. If one delivers his mind to the lotus feet of Krishna, Savai Mana Krishna Padara Vindayo, one can naturally sacrifice everything to satisfy him. Actually, that's what is needed, right? Fix the mind on the lotus feet of Krishna. That is what is wanted. If Krishna can take away our mind and help us fix it at his lotus feet. Maharaj Ambarish did that, fixed his mind at the lotus feet of Krishna. Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, engage your mind in always thinking of me. So although Bali Maharaj was a devotee, he was attached to material possessions, and therefore the Lord, being very kind to him, showed him special favor by appearing as Lord Vaman to take away all his material possessions and his mind as well. So here Vamandev is taking away everything that Bali Maharaj has. But then we see that the Lord is giving him Sutala planet, which is more opulent than Indralok, is more beautiful, has more riches than Indralok. And in the next Manvantar, he's going to become Indra. So superficially, it looks that the Lord is going to take away everything, but the Lord, in fact, gives everything. Yeah, he gives. Any comments, questions, concerns? No? Okay. Tribhikramer imallokan.
Vikrame
Vishvakaya kramishyate.
Vishwakaya Shri
Sarvasvam Vishnave Tattva.
Sarvasam
Sarvasvam Vedatva
Muda Vardishyase Katham.
Mudavarti
Katham.
Katham.
You have promised to give him 3 steps of land in charity, but when you give it, he will occupy the 3 worlds. You are a rascal. You do not know what a great mistake you have made. After giving everything to Lord Vishnu, you will have no means of livelihood. How then shall you live? Bali Maharaj might argue that he had promised only 3 steps of land. But Shukracharya, being a very learned Brahmana, immediately understood that this was a plan of Hari, who had falsely appeared there as a brahmachari. The words Mudha Vartishyase Katham reveal that Shukracharya was a Brahmana of the priestly class. Such priestly Brahmanas are mostly interested in receiving remuneration from their disciples. Therefore, when Shukracharya saw that Bali Maharaj had risked all of his possessions, he understood that this would cause havoc not only to the king but also to the family of Shukracharya, who was dependent on Bali Maharaj's mercy. So, why Shukracharya is telling Bali Maharaj, don't give, don't give? Because he's worried. He's worried that if Bali Maharaj doesn't have any money, how will he support Shukracharya? Right now, Bali Maharaj is supporting Shukracharya, giving him all the comforts that he needs. But if Bali Maharaj doesn't have anything, Shukracharya won't have. And he's more worried about that. So that's why he's telling Bali, don't give to Vishnu. This is the difference between a Vaishnav and a Smarta Brahmana. A Smarta Brahmana is always interested in material profit, whereas a Vaishnav is interested only in satisfying the Supreme Personality of Godhead. From the statement of Shukracharya, it appears that he was in all respects a Smarta Brahmana, interested only in personal gain. So if Shukracharya was a Vaishnav, and if he understood this is Lord Vishnu, he would encourage Bali Maharaj, congratulate him, yes, give. That's the best thing you can do. But in fact, Shukracharya is doing just the opposite. Yeah, he's saying, don't give. Saying he's going to take away your reputation. But in fact, actually, by giving to Lord Vamandev, Bali Maharaj became so famous. Till today, we are hearing about him, glorifying him as he is the example of Atma Nivedanam, complete surrender to Krishna. So in fact, he became even much more famous. That's what Krishna does. It appears he's taking away, but actually he's giving to the devotee. He's giving so much glory and fame to the devotee. Kramato gam padekena.
Kramato gam padekena.
Dvitiyena divam vibho.
Priyena divam vivu
Khamcha kayena mahata.
Kamchakayena mahata
Tarti yasya kuto gati.
Bhakti
Tarti
yasya
yato gatihi.
Vamandev will first occupy the 3 worlds with 1 step. Then he will take his 2nd step and occupy everything in outer space. And then he will expand his universal body to occupy everything. Where will you offer him the 3rd step? So Shukracharya already knows. So we can see he's actually powerful. He's learned. He could understand that this is Vishnu and that he's asking 3 steps. So Shukracharya is understanding, okay, 3 steps. With the first step, he's going to take away all the 3 worlds, means upper, lower, and middle. Then, 2nd step in outer space. Then, 3rd step, what you will have nothing. to give him any more. He's already taken everything in 2 steps. Where will you tell him to keep the third step? Shukracharya wanted to tell Bali Maharaj how he would be cheated by Lord Vaman. You have promised 3 steps, he said, but with only 2 steps, all your possession will be finished. How then will you give him a place for his third step? Shukracharya did not know how the Lord protects his devotee. The devotee must risk everything in his possession for the service of the Lord, but he is always protected and never defeated. By materialistic calculations, Shukracharya thought that Mali Maharaj would under no circumstances be able to keep his promise to the brahmachari Lord Vamandev. So Shukracharya is telling Bali Maharaj, Vamandev is tricking you, he's cheating you. Don't give him, don't fulfill his promise. You will not be able to keep your promise, holy. Yeah. Nishtham te narake manye.
Nishtam te narake
Naraki
manye.
manye.
Hi apradatu pratishrutam.
Apradatu pratishritam.
Pratishrutasya yonisha.
Pratishutasya
Pratishutasya
yonisha.
yonishya.
Pratipada itum bhavan.
Pratipadayitum
Pratipadaitu
bhavan.
bhavan.
You will certainly be unable to fulfill your promise, and I think that because of this inability, your eternal residence will be in hell. Same because you're you're promising, you will not be able to keep your promise. Then you're going to go to hell, you know. So, na tadanam prashamsante
Na tadanam prashamsanti.
yena vrittir vipadyate
Yena vritti vipardate.
danam yagyastapa karma
Danam yagyastapah karma.
loke vritti mato yataha.
Loke vritti mato yataha.
Learned scholars do not praise that charity which endangers one's own livelihood. Charity, sacrifice, austerity, and fruitive activities are possible for one who is competent to earn his livelihood properly. They are not possible for one who cannot maintain himself. So Shukracharya indirectly is saying, give how much you can give. You can't put yourself in danger. Yeah. So, dharmaya yashase arthaya
Dharmaya
Dharmaya
yashasya
yashase
arthaya.
arthaya.
kamaya svajanaya cha
Kamaya
Kamaya swajanaya cha.
panchadha vibhajan vittam
Panchadha
Panchadha
vipajan
vibhajanam
vittam.
vittam.
iha mutra cha modate.
Iha
Iha
mutra
mutra cha
modate.
modate.
Therefore, one who is in full knowledge should divide his accumulated wealth in 5 parts for religion, for reputation, for opulence, for sense gratification, and for the maintenance of his family members. Such a person is happy in this world and in the next. The Shastras enjoin that if one has money, one should divide all that he has accumulated into 5 divisions. 1 part for religion, 1 part for reputation, 1 part for opulence, 1 part for sense gratification, and 1 part to maintain the members of his family. At the present, however, because people are bereft of all knowledge, they spend all their money for the satisfaction of their family. Srila Rupa Goswami taught us by his own example
Correct?
by using, huh?
Yeah, I was just saying about Rupa Goswami. Yeah, so it's just there. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. By his own example, by using 50% of his accumulated wealth for Krishna, 25% for his own self, and 25% for the members of his family. So Shukracharya is saying, what wealth you have to divide it into 5. So what is the 5? What he is saying?
dharma,
Hmm.
then for your yash, for your opulence, for your glory, like for your reputation,
Hmm.
one part for your own self, your opulence,
Hmm.
Sense
then one for your material sense
Sense
gratification,
gratification. Hmm.
and then to maintain your family members.
Yeah, this is what Shukracharya is saying, because this is what the scriptures are saying, that if you want to enjoy in this material world, then this is how you should divide your wealth. Now, Krishna consciousness, Srila Rupa Goswami sets the standard. And Srila Rupa Goswami, when he retired, 50% he gave for Krishna, for the Krishna consciousness. He gave it to the devotees. 25% he kept for his own self in case of emergency, emergency funds, and 25% he gave to his family members. One's main purpose should be to advance in Krishna consciousness. This will include dharma, artha, and kama. However, because one's family members expect some profit, one should also satisfy them by giving them a portion of one's accumulated wealth. This is a Shastric injunction.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Uh, because Bali Maharaj was a king, so he has so many responsibilities for his like kingdom, like person who are living in his kingdom also, like we call praja, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it is not about the individual, right?
Right.
Because if you are only you or you have family, then it's okay. You, as per Rup Goswami has described, like we can distribute. But if you have the responsibility of your whole kingdom,
Mm.
then in that case, like, is it genuine when Bali, even the Krishna also, like Bali Maharaj was going to give all his uh, like kingdom to the Pavan Devta.
Mm.
So, like as per the rule, even
Mm.
it is diva. So
So,
I think, I
so we
think
have
it is.
to understand that the king is supposed to be a representative of God. The kings before were Raja Rishis. So they are supposed to take care of the praja, right? As you are saying. Like how God is taking care of us, like a
Mm-hmm.
kind father. So the king has to take care of the praja like a kind father.
Mm.
Huh? So that now Krishna himself is asking him, give me your worlds. And then the idea of taking care of the praja, of course,
Mm.
Krishna will take care because Krishna is Supreme Father of everyone. So Krishna will make sure that everyone is taken care of,
Mm.
right? Because Krishna is the one who is giving the kingdom to the king to
Mm.
rule in such a way that everyone is taken care of, right?
Mm.
But now here Krishna himself is saying, now you give this kingdom to me because you have taken too much.
Mm.
Bali Maharaj had taken too much. He had taken everything.
Mm.
Yeah. Like how the battle of Kurukshetra, Krishna took the kingdom from the Kurus and gave it to the Pandavas
Mm.
because he wanted the praja to be taken care of more nicer.
Mm. But before he asked only for 5 villages, like so that they can survive. But
Yeah,
when Duryodhana refused, then he said like there is no option except the battle.
that's right.
Um,
That's right.
so that time it was like negotiation, but here Krishna directly, like Vaman Devata directly asked for whole.
Yeah,
What was the reason for whole kingdom, whole universe? Like we can say Akash, Patal, and Dharti, like three
yeah,
universe, right?
we heard just now that Prabhupada is writing that Bali Maharaj had become too attached. to
with
his,
material things. Yeah,
yeah,
austerity and everything. Yeah.
yeah, he had become too attached. So Krishna, because Bali Maharaj is actually a devotee of Krishna. So
Hmm.
he wants to take away everything so that he can come. His glory as a pure devotee can be seen then. To
Okay.
glorify, to show this position of Bali Maharaj that he's such a pure devotee.
Hmm. Okay. So Krishna wants like Bali Maharaj come back to Vaikuntha Dham, right?
Yeah, but not
Is
right away. Bali
no, yes,
Maharaj
not
was,
right away, but the process is
yeah,
started.
yeah, that's right.
Okay, okay.
That's
And one more question, like how could we understand like the God blessings is started upon us? How
when
we
we come in the
realized
association of devotees, when we can hear and chant in the association of devotees.
and the transformation, like because even after chanting and the doing pujas and rituals, the bhakti, the making prasad, but there is no change. I feel so. How when we feel like there is some transformation inside us.
But then you'll have to think why there is no transformation. Because if one is chanting, one is hearing, one is having prasad, there has to be transformation. So it could be either that you are not able to see the transformation, that maybe you can ask your people who know you very well if they can see some transformation in you.
No, that's why I'm asking because my kids they said look पूजा कर करके तो तुम और खड़ूस हो गए
Then that is something, okay, yeah. So what happens, so that is something we have to be careful of. You know why? Because when we are beginning devotional service, then the weeds are also being watered. The anarthas are also being watered. Just like we water the garden, when we water the garden, the plants are also growing, but side by side, the weeds are also growing. So we have
yeah
to be careful to take out the weeds. So
yeah
then we have to be careful. Okay, I'm getting more angry. I have to control myself. This is not good.
mm,
I need to, practice being more tolerant, right?
yeah
That is the process of anartha.
yeah so yeah this is uh self realization only we can do by self realization, right?
Well, yeah, trying to, yes, trying to understand what
Yeah,
we are
what
doing, why we are doing.
mistakes, yeah, what mistakes or what
Y-
wrong is happening.
That's right. And we need to
Mm.
contemplate on what we are doing, how we are doing,
Uh,
we need to,
yes. Oh yeah, yeah, Hare
Yes.
Krishna.
because Lord
Hare Krishna.
Chaitanya says that we have to take out the weeds. Hare
Mm.
Krishna.
I want to give my own example. Like
Mm.
when in 2020, when I completely started in a proper way, when I joined with you and Bhavna ji and during the COVID time, then after that, or even before that, I realized when I started, then I became more mean, more angry, more everything. And then I read one of the lectures, and then you also told me that when you start a fan, when you start this devotional service process, then what rises up first? When you start a fan, you will see in a dirty room. My heart is a very, very dirty, deep, dirty room. So when you start cleaning it, when you switch on the fan of devotional service and when you start the cleaning, so what comes up first? The dust. So
Mm.
all my anarthas were coming up. So this is what I have experienced myself.
Mm. So it's
But
quite natural, right?
yes, and it settles down. We have to keep faith
Okay.
and you have to tell Krishna, you have to help me. You
Okay.
have to help me. I know that I am, and you will react. But
Mm.
that is what it is. You can't do anything. It's the cleaning process. It's coming up. You have to have faith because I had this experience. I'm telling you this. Still,
Mm.
it's not gone. I'm sure it's still there. I'm still a mean person. I'm still a very It hasn't gone yet, but it
Mm.
gets better. I can assure you this. It gets better. But this happens in the beginning. And this is such a beautiful time. You can pray to God in that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
thank
time
you.
to take more shelter.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I remember asking Shilpa ji that what is this happening? I'm trying to do more and I'm getting, and like
Yeah.
it's hitting me back more. So like, what is it? Is it something I'm doing wrong?
Yeah. Or maybe my management is not so good.
No, it's not about management. It's just normal. It's just normal. It happens. So you have
I
to
think
face
when somebody tells you, I think it becomes like a stepping, stone,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right? For
Yeah,
us to, that,
very.
yeah, okay,
I
we have to, by example, show that,
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Very true.
right? I think
Yeah.
so. I
Um,
know many times we do get, comments from our people that what are
It's
you
yeah.
doing?
okay because I think that it's okay. We should take it in a good way.
Good
That
way.
we
That's
have
what
somebody in our family who's
should
telling us
not
we're
hinder
valuing that.
our bhakti, na? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like when my children tell me, "Oh, you are, Mama, watching TV, you're in Tamogun now. What are you doing?" So I'm happy that at least there is some check on me. Krishna
Ah,
has placed a check on me that
ah,
Neha, get up. This is not for you. So I'm very happy that they at least they know what is Tamogun. They can
ah.
differentiate that this is Tamo. You are in Rajas. So at least they know what is Tamogun. So they can point me. For myself, I think it's very good that my family, they are my best critics. They will always tell me, ऐसे बड़ी अच्छी बन रही हो, देखो क्या बोल रही हो आप, ऐसा बोलता है क्या, भक्त बनती हो, भक्त ऐसे बोलता है. So I think that वो हमारी जो फैमिली है, दे आर गुड क्रिटिक. उन्हें उस तरह लेना चाहिए कि वो हमारे लिए अच्छा कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि हम कभी भी रास्ते से डगमगा सकते हैं. हम इंसान हैं, हम ट्राई कर रहे हैं, हम कृष्णा को प्लीज करने के लिए कोशिश कर रहे हैं, लेकिन हम वी कैन लूज आवर पाथ. It's very
Mm.
easy in a fraction of second, but thank you to Krishna that they are placed there and they are there to help you also in this journey.
Mm.
So just take it in that way that they can help you,
Yeah.
Don't give up.
right, Shilpa ji? We
Yeah,
can
it's
do that.
right. Yes, of course. That's perfectly right. It's perfect. Otherwise, how will we know, right? We don't come to
Mm.
know what we are doing. So this is Krishna alerting us. He's
Yeah,
telling us,
maybe,
okay, you need to
maybe.
change this,
Or
you need to
maybe
change that.
taking test, like how much stable I am. Maybe like I'm going to give up or I'm continuing my
It's,
like
yeah, it needs
the
both.
both way we can think. Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe.
it needs both. It needs that we
Uh,
need to hear what they are saying, take it as a
yes, yes,
positive feedback,
positive. Yeah,
take it
yeah,
as a
yeah.
positive feedback that
But
I need
गुस्सा
to
आ
change.
जाता है ना.
हाँ, पर गुस्सा आता है, पर फिर we have to understand that we have to get better. So this is an
Yeah,
opportunity that we are getting to get
getting, yeah.
better,
True, yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Take it as
Yeah.
that this is an opportunity for me to improve, to get better,
Mm.
to come closer to Krishna, because Krishna does not like angry people, So take
Yeah,
it
very
like
true.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yes.
you take it in that positive light.
Mm. Yeah, thank you. Hare Krishna. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Neha. Thank you, Sneha. Thank you, Silpaji. Yeah, it's true.
Right?
Mm.
Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Hare Krishna.